All right, guys, Infamous Joel here. We're going to focus mainly on part one of this mini budget ad strategy. Okay, there is a part two to this. The reason that I separated this training into part one and part two is because we really shouldn't worry about part two of this strategy until our school community, our cash generating community, is more well established. That doesn't mean it has to have like hundreds of members in it, but just more, ready for, we'll set up a few pieces in the next section in the cash generating community, and then we'll do round two of these ads. Okay, but for now, let's focus on round one or part one, which is very simple. Let me get my little pencil. I hope you guys can see this little pencil. This is as best as I could draw it. I'm terrible at drawing. A lot of you guys know that about me. But as we talked about, our main center of how we begin building this relationship is going to be Instagram. So there goes IG, right? And that's going to be like our meet and greet type of platform. The thing about Instagram is I think they've done some data, and you can look this up. I don't know the exact numbers, but the speed at which people scroll on Instagram is like an insane, like inhuman speed. Like they don't even know what they're seeing half the time. So expect to get a lot of eyeballs very quickly. The goal is not to get a lot of eyeballs very quickly, it's to get the right eyeballs very quickly. So, what do we do up here? What are these follow me and what are these DM me, okay? These are basically the types of ads that we're going to run. We're not going to do fancy smancy, Facebook business, all this other stuff that we have to set up businesses and all that. We're literally just boosting Instagram posts. We're making these posts organically on our Instagram, and then we're just boosting them. Okay? The algorithm is very smart, and it knows exactly who to put your ads in front of. So how do we give it a boost? How do we make sure that it puts the right people or the right eyeballs in front of our ads? Well, our ads are very easy and simple. Keep it straightforward, guys. You've done the hard work of talking about or writing down about your movement and writing down about the heaven and hell states of your perfect customers, your perfect community members, your perfect clients. You've done all that stuff. So now you can just do this very simply, okay? Essentially, what both your follow me content and your DM me content is going to do is say, hey, if you're this person uh, and you need help with this, I'm this person. DM me for more, or follow me for more, or you're into this. If you're this person that's into this, follow me. If you're this person that's into this, DM me. Literally, just call them out. You already know who your avatar is. Just call them. That's the post that I'm talking about, where you're going to boost these posts. 9 times out of 10, what those boosted posts are going to do is they're going to show up on other people's feeds. And what they're going to do is they're going to go over to your Instagram account, your profile, and start looking at your other content. And they're going to decide if they want to DM you or follow you, right, at that point. So it's not that we necessarily get people to follow us or DM us straight from that boosted post. We may, but what we get is people researching, and we get data on people. We can now retarget people later down the line. This is more advanced stuff, but we'll talk about that later, right? When we have things more established. But we can retarget people that have looked at our IG profile, right? Imagine the power of that. We're creating flywheels, not funnels, right? So generally, everyone's going to ask me this, so I'm just going to say it right now. What do I recommend for budget? If you just want a number, literally, the real number is this. The real number is whatever you want to spend that's going to help you grow quickly, because this is a machine we're building. This isn't like, gee, I wonder what budget I'll hit the lottery if I do this kind of budget. There's no correlation between your budget and your success with this. The only correlation there is make sure you're listening to what I'm saying and follow the skills that you need to learn, and just become very effective at this, understand this, and take my scripts and everything else I have for you guys, okay? But especially if you're a beginner, do not think about this in terms of budget. Think about it as much as, if I get a great machine going, the quality machine, this flywheel I'm building, If it's got great quality and great numbers, I want to be able to spend as much as possible. That's the right mentality to think about when you're thinking about ads. That way you focus on the quality of the machine, not the amount of money you're spending. Because literally you can build a crappy machine here, guys. You can spend as much as you want. You're not going to get any results, right? So that's what we're focused on here, is we're focused on building a great machine when we're running these ads. So making sure that we're exactly calling out our audience on these ads is pivotal so that we get great, $10, $30 budget, and we get a pretty good return just so we can start seeing some test numbers come in. So generally, when you start getting followers on your Instagram, you should see anywhere from $2 to $5 per follower. Now, if you see like $8 per follower, like don't freak out and run for the hills. Yeah, it's a little higher than the average, but freak out if it's more like $25 per follower. Then it's like a pretty extreme. And come to a coaching call or something so that we can figure out what's going on. That's extremely expensive. Generally, you should be seeing anywhere from $2 to $5 per follower. Could be a little more, could be a little less, okay? Once they're in our Instagram account, basically they're following us. Problem with Instagram is very short form. It's still kind of a hi, hello. It's not very personal. We want to take them to a DM. We want to take them to a direct conversation. Now, one thing I should write here for those of you that are a bit more advanced, you guys already know this, but if you're a beginner, I suggest you do these DM conversations yourself so that you can build the skill set, right, of talking to your potential customers, your potential clients, your potential affiliate commissions, whatever it is that you end up selling them. You're getting that experience, getting your hands dirty and getting to know people, that this is a people-driven business. So it's a good skill set to learn. If you're more advanced, you already know, yes, you can hire, I put A instead of, okay. You can hire a VA. Okay, we do have scripts that you can use if you have some extra cash and you want to hire this out. You can hire a VA to handle your Instagram DMs. You can also automate this. So I'm going to put AI here. We do or will at some point, I'm not sure at the time of this recording, have an automation that you can run for your Instagram DMs later on in level 3 of this program. So if you unlock level 3 where you unlock the automations, we show you how to put together an automation where we have an AI robot just talk to people in your DMs. But I do suggest, the coach in me suggests you do this manually in the beginning. If you're a beginner coach, a beginner affiliate marketer, you want to get used to talking to people just to develop that kind of friendly nature. It gives you research. It's good, valuable conversations because people will tell you what's going on out there, what's going on in your field. They're the buyers. They're the people that you're eventually going to build a big business with serving, So the customer is never, ever wrong. Customer is always right, especially in the sense that they're telling us what their pains are. So this is good research here. I would suggest that you do these DMs manually. Now, from these DMs, either your VA, yourself, your AI automation is going to be predicated on 2 different pathways. Now, I'm going to explain the hustler here in a second, but by default, most of you guys will be sending people to your new free community, right? In the next section, you're going to be learning all about your cash generating community, which we're going to build one here on School, which a lot of you guys will be watching this on School. Some of you guys may be on YouTube. But we're sending people from these DMs to our free community so that we can further that relationship and we can build the know, like, and trust, right? KLT. Know, like, trust, which is by far the most important asset on the internet. If you get people to know, like, and trust you, all else being equal, you can sell the same stuff as everyone else. Doesn't matter. You have a strong customer base because people know, like, and trust you. And we build that over time, not with some gimmicky tactic or whatever. So we send people to our community and we show you in the next section how to build a really effective, not just a great community for know, like, and trust, ultimately a great community for monetization, right? We're all in business as well, so there's strategies in there for monetizing your community. But now, a lot of you might be wondering, well, what is this hustlers thing, though? There's another pathway from the DM, and we do have a script, I believe, underneath this video for those of you who want to just push people straight to a call. This is the hustler mentality, okay? And I don't mean that in a bad way like a drug dealer. Like, I mean hustler in the sense that no pain, no gain. No pain, no gain. Wherever in this program, wherever there is a faster way to achieve something, I'm always going to tell you guys. I'm never going to hold anything back behind a golden curtain and tell you guys, oh, for this advanced strategy, buy the upsell. I won't give you advanced strategy for an upsell. The advanced strategy here is if you take people from a DM to a call. We want know, like, and trust. Nothing speeds up know, like, and trust than calls. This is especially for you guys that are advanced and just setting up your first community. Maybe you already have offers that you run. Maybe you already have some good expertise and knowledge. You can probably skip. If you're now, I'm not telling you guys to skip anything. Okay, let me take that back for a second, because the free community here is the most important long-term asset in our business. The hustler route is kind of balls to the wall. It's a very short-term strategy. We are trying to sift through as many no's as possible to get as many yeses, either into maybe you have like a high ticket affiliate offer, or maybe you have, and you guys know programs that you sell out there. Maybe you're affiliates and you sell different programs for make money, and some of them pay you thousands of dollars. Take people straight to a call from your DMs, because it's very effective, right? It is not effective long term. It could lead to burnout. So you may want to slowly but surely, if you're like trying to get fast to cash initially, and then kind of want to slow down and go to the free community, I would recommend that. But for most of you, that's why I put default there. For most of you, the smartest and best route, me as a coach, I have to recommend just grow the free community. You're going to get a lot more join rates, higher join rates that way. You're building a long-term asset, meaning the community, meaning your relationships. The hustler mentality is more for the more advanced marketer that maybe has an idea of what their offer is, knows how to present it on a call, knows how to close the sale right there. Maybe they have a high-ticket affiliate offer. Maybe they have some kind of coaching offer. So if you're a beginner, or even if you're intermediate, I would suggest the free community. Or if you're trying to probably switch out of doing sales calls and all this hardcore stuff anyway, like me, like I got out of doing sales calls. I do them very, very sporadically, but like I just don't want to do that volume of sales calls. So I got away from that. But the free community is excellent. So I recommend that for 99% of you guys. There might be some crazy hustlers in here that want to go to a call. Go for it. I say, hey, go for it. If that's you, it's going to speed up your progress. But no pain, no gain. Remember that. You're going to have a lot of no's before you hear yeses. All right. So we're not going to talk about this right now, but know that there is a part 2. There's a short preview. For now, we're just going to focus on the system like this. We're just going to get people into our no funnel. Notice that it still technically is kind of a funnel, right? That's why it's a no funnel, is that we have like our top of funnel. We have our IG that kind of locks people in with as a follower. That's our lead generation, right? And then we have our DMs, is where we kind of, instead of people sitting there watching a webinar or a sales video or something boring like in a funnel, they speak directly to us. They see that we're a real person, right? So from there, we can take them anywhere we want. I recommend about 99% of the time to take them to your free community. And of course, the hardcore route, for my hardcore hustlers out there that want to take them to a call and try to close the sale right then and there if they have something to sell. If not, let's go with the community, which is most of you. Most of you are beginners. And we're going to do this next go around. Once we start building out our community, you will see that we use our community to then automate our sales generation process. This would be our lead generation process, and the other, our sales generation process. Know that to move from self-employed to business owner, like Robert Kiyosaki said, is to look at your business as a system. Hopefully you guys now see, in conjunction with the micro budget ads, we are building a system that scales very simply and slowly, but we want it to make sense when we start throwing thousands of dollars at it first. So we can look at all of these numbers and we can tweak these things as we go along. If you look inside the community here, if I can pull up my community, let's see. If I go to the about, is it the about? Oh, sorry, it's the dashboard. If I go to the dashboard, I can see, now this is my paid community. I can see my conversion rate. I can see my MRR. I can see these things. I can see the page visitors, right? Let's go to the free community. Let's see what the about is here. The dashboard. So right here, the conversion rate in my free community is 26.41. I want that to be closer to 40% if I can get it there. So my about page visitors. So I can see that this is probably a little vague. I can already see, like, I should probably record a video here because this is what people see before they join your community, right? But this is a later on conversation that we start having when we're talking about the community. Just know that we're building a machine. So I want you to have a mindset shift with this too, not just, hey, here's the machine, here's what we're going to build. The mindset shift is Income Automation Academy. Remember the assembly line we're building. Remember the machinery, the parts. So the micro budget ads, the AI automation, the no funnel, right? The cash generating community. I hope you guys are already starting to see how it's starting to come together. All we need to do now is with our cash generating community, we need to make more money than we're putting in. If we can do that, we can scale this up to the moon. All right, guys, you guys have a good one. Let's see you in the next lesson.